Hi, I am Shannon, and I will be your host for today's topic about burning questions in the Singapore property market. And joining me today is Colin Ee. Colin is the founder of PSF Real Estate Academy. Since 2014, over 1,000 home buyers and property investors have attended the property investment education programs conducted by Colin. He is also a licensed property agent. It's nice to have you here, Colin.
My pleasure.
Now, back to today's topic. Recently, the topic of HDB as a depreciating asset has surfaced again. And some people have commented that because the value will be zero after 99 years, it is a liability. What's your view, Colin?
Yes, there has been a lot of attention recently about whether HDB is a liability. I think it all began 10 years ago. Maybe let me give you some background. You may have heard of selling your HDB to buy two condos. We call this sell one buy two. This strategy became popular after 2010 when HDB market was heating up and prices started to rise with COV reaching in excess of 200,000 in some hot locations.
Wow.
HDB owners who make a tidy profit after selling their HDB flats could upgrade and own one or two private properties. There's another reason why the sell one buy two strategy became popular after 2010 was because of the implementation of the additional buyer stamp duty. Couples who wanted to own multiple properties were more motivated to sell their HDB and buy one condo each without having to pay the ABSD.
So it seems like the sell one buy two strategy was a good solution to help HDB owners upgrade and own more properties.
It is. The sell one buy two strategy became the standard solution for a lot of HDB owners who were considering selling their flats. But as the HDB lease got shorter, owners became worried and the sell your HDB and buy two condo strategy became even more attractive as an escape. You just look at what happened in 2017. Then Minister of National Development, Mr. Lawrence Wong, highlighted that several short lease HDB flats were transacted at high prices in the resale market. He cautioned home buyers not to assume that all old HDB flats would automatically go en bloc by the government. And this was a wake-up call, because before 2017, people were probably just looking at simply upgrading, and not worrying so much about the lease decay. But from 2017, suddenly many HDB owners realized that at the end of the lease, the government would take back their HDB flats and they would not get a single cent.
Yeah.
So this became a huge concern for some flat owners. Some of them started to look for alternatives, such as buying a newer HDB or upgrading to a condo with a longer balance lease.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that as the HDB lease gets shorter, and with the comment made by the minister in 2017, HDB owners are more motivated to consider selling the HDB and buy one or even two private properties.
Yeah, that's right, yes.
On one hand, they can solve the HDB lease decay issue, and at the same time, they can upgrade or even own multiple properties.
Yes, that's right. And after the minister's comment in 2017, there's been an increasing trend, not so good trend, of playing on HDB owners' fear of lease decay, since it was already mentioned by the minister, in hope that these owners will sell their flats. Now, you just look at a recent report published by the Straits Times on 8th of November 2020, right? The Monetary Authority of Singapore, MAS, the Ministry of National Development, MND, and the Council of Estate Agencies, the CA, noted that some property investment educators and property agents are using scare tactics to lure people into attending their programs to earn a program fee or to sell their HDB to buy private properties in hope of earning more commission. Now, it's not surprising that the MAS, the MND, and the CA issued a strong statement to address this matter.
So if we ignore the scare tactics and we just look at the fact that HDB lease is indeed getting shorter over time, Do you think that owning a HDB that has 60 years balance lease is a big issue?
Now, whether HDB or condo, as long as it is a leasehold property, it will suffer from some form of lease decay and potential depreciation over time, right? Just because you stay in a 60-year balance lease HDB does not mean that you need to sell a HDB to upgrade to a private property. And for some people, the HDB is definitely not a liability. Why? Firstly, even during the MOP, you can choose to rent out bedrooms and collect rental to pay your mortgage. This is monetization of your asset. Secondly, for senior citizens who meet certain requirements, they can do a lease buyback. This is also monetizing the property without having to sell it. Thirdly, for couples who just got married, just started working and cannot afford a private property, there's no choice for them, right? They can only buy a HDB, resale HDB or BTO, both of which, if they select the correct property with the right knowledge, they can still profit from after 5 years of MOP, where they have the option to then sell or keep the HDB, sell meaning to upgrade.
Wow.
Yeah. If nothing else, HDB still serves as the most affordable housing type in Singapore. And not everyone who buys a property will look at it from an investment standpoint. Some people just wanted a roof over their head, and there's really nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So since HDB does give practical usage to the owners, why do you think some people call it a liability?
Now, I think what liability actually means is your opportunity cost of holding a HDB versus a private property. As statistical evidence has proven that private properties almost always perform better over the same period of time compared to HDB.
Right.
But to simply say that HDB is a liability just because the value will keep dropping to zero, and in the process of causing fear so that owners will sell and upgrade to a condo, or using it as a bait to get HDB owners to sign up for a property program, I think that's quite irresponsible and extremely one-sided.
Wow. Thank you so much, Colin, for actually sharing so much of your knowledge with us.
My pleasure, and thanks for having me today.
We have just heard from Colin Ee, who is the founder of PSF Real Estate Academy and a licensed property agent, share his views on whether a HDB is really a liability. Colin has helped over 1,000 property investors and homeowners on their property investment journey. If you are interested to reach out to Colin for your property matters, simply click on the link below to arrange for a consultation.